Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of Josh's track Integra build. As you can see behind me, a few things have changed. The front end is off, and today's video is going to be all about what he's done to the car since, featuring a really lightweight lithium battery, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the other things you can do to save weight with these cars without compromising the looks and whatnot. So yeah.
I've been redoing my battery. So basically, when the car was built last year, the cable that was used was too small. It overheated and melted basically off the alternator. So I'm redoing it, tucking it a bit differently so it can't be seen. The battery is located now behind the passenger seat. So yeah, I'm making new cables and routing them through and into the car. So obviously you've got the alternator and the starter there, the power steering pump, which I think is the culprit for it overheating or overworking, because it's quite a lot of ampage that.
Okay. So you've run it along?
Yeah, so I've brought it all up the chassis leg.
Where would it be typically? Inside?
Yeah, so it'd be in the engine bay
and
go through like the bulkhead basically.
But you removed it because of the belts, didn't you, as well? Or was that
yes and no, but the fuse box is obviously usually in the engine bay.
Yep.
Which it's not anymore, it's under where my passenger airbag is.
Okay.
So the wiring is all in the bay.
Yeah.
Whenever you relocate a battery, obviously you have to cater your cable to that.
It is really nice, by the way, to see all this, because last time we looked at it, you couldn't really see everything that was going on under there, whereas now you get like a nice full picture of the underside, the subframe, which is all nicely powder coated in satin. I actually didn't realise, I thought it was gloss.
Yeah, no,
so
it's satin.
Cool
all my braces and stuff are in satin, like a textured finish.
Yeah.
Obviously all of that will be hidden by the radiator and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I've routed it in through here, and then when you come in,
mind the gap. Yep.
The cable comes in through under where the pedals are.
Yep.
I don't know if you can see that.
I'll have to get some more shots in a minute, I think.
Yeah. And then it runs around into a distribution box where I've got a 400 amp fuse for the main power cable. I've got an 80 amp fuse for my power steering pump. And then that black cable is off a 100 amp fuse going to my fuse box.
Okay.
Which is up under there. And then there's another cable from the fuse box. Whoops.
Shutting your cables
in the door. From the fuse box that comes out of this grommet. And that runs along. And then that goes to my alternator. So that runs up into here. So it's now like one big circuit, apart from one cable, which I haven't made yet. So I'm going to make that now.
Nice, okay.
Apart from that.
And these are the clips you were talking about in the last video, I think, or you may have mentioned.
Oh yeah, the Royal Mail did their job eventually.
Shout out to Royal Mail for actually doing what you paid to do.
Yeah, not on strike anymore.
And they're like mega.
Well, they're turbo clamps, but
yeah,
you know, they look cool. I did remove the aircon today.
Yes. So you got someone come out, did you, or you did it yourself, or what?
Yeah, no, I had a guy come out to empty the gas because you know, and then from there just removed it. So the pump is usually down here. Obviously, I had custom lines that went all through there and then up into here. So you've got like a blanking plate now from the firewall.
So now you're going to be sweating it out with me.
Yeah,
in the summer,
basically, yeah. I just have to drive fast with the window open.
A special wire cutter, or is it just
it's cable cutters?
Cable cutter, yeah.
Yeah, just goes through it like quite easily. Just trying to get the connectors.
A sleeve on it, so you're crimping it.
So this side will go to a distributor box, and then that side will go to the battery. So that needs to be like that.
It's quite a cool little tool.
Mate, it's clever, and it only costs like a tenner.
I was going to say, it looks pretty primitive.
I did a lot of research on it, because this is obviously like the most important factor.
Yeah, well, you want a good connection, don't you?
And all these like crimping levery tools, they weren't ever rated that good.
Yeah.
mean, that's not going to go anywhere. You could literally pull that as hard as you like, you'll never get that off. And that one was the best. If you actually cut it open, all the copper, because it's so soft, it basically squishes up so much it becomes one big lump of metal.
Yeah.
So the connection is really good. Okay, so cable in.
Nice. Okay.
Cable in, and then you've got an earth to the chassis, which will go there. Job done.
So I guess now we'll take the battery out and have a look at how much weight have you saved doing all the bits you've done?
Well, I don't know. Quite a lot, I think. Well, I've taken out, basically in here, I've taken out like every bracket, every thing that's not needed.
Yeah.
Like seatbelt brackets, seat belts themselves. A few other things, like nothing substantial, like rear speakers, airbag.
Don't need that. Safety.
Well, you don't really when you have harnesses, do you?
True. Yeah, that's a good point.
Also, speaking of harnesses, I did fit a rear brace from SW Motorsports. Many.
A thing of beauty.
Well, it looks alright.
Smart, matches the car.
Yeah, looks alright.
But it's pretty clean. It looks quite OEM, to be honest. Quite
Yeah,
nice.
it's like OEM plus, isn't it?
Yeah, that's nice.
Let me get the right tool and get the battery out. Let's put it on. Yeah. Doesn't weigh anything, mate. It's super lightweight. Okay, so I weigh 84.4. Yeah, innit? This now. $88.7.
Okay.
So
that checks out pretty much of what they said.
yeah, and it's got the bracket. It's a 3D printed bracket, which is custom to where I wanted it mounted.
That is, yeah, that's cool. Try and get the light, so if you hold it like there, the light catches it just about right. You can see the 3D print on there.
Yeah.
Pretty damn cool.
So that's pretty sweet. Then OEM battery. Just a standard Yuasa, which are JDM ones. Well, ones in Japanese cars. Rubbish. 11.1.
That's quite a big difference then.
Yeah.
It's like more than double.
Yeah. So all this in here is like passenger airbag, rear speakers, seat belts, a few odds and sods brackets and stuff. Like nothing major. Just stuff like there's the rear seatbelt bracket there. Weighs absolutely nothing. But meh. It all adds up, doesn't it?
It might weigh nothing, but then if you had like 100 of those in a box.
Yeah, it'd be heavy. Yeah, so it weighs nothing. Like it probably weighs like a quarter of a kilo or something silly. Yeah. But you know, it's what this whole box is not the lightest thing in the world. So let's put that on the box. So that is 10.6 kilos.
10.6 kilos.
Yeah.
No.
From what I've read on forums with the OEM pipework, it's like 18 kilos or something. Yeah. But this is a custom kit, which is also for sale. So message me on Instagram and buy it off me because I'm poor.
Oh, here we go.
This car cost me a fortune and I'm very poor, so I need some money.
I'm sure people will believe you.
So yeah, condenser, which is a bit knackered, to be honest. Dryer, bracket, pump, bulkhead fittings, and this.
Roughly speaking. Okay, so that's saying
12.3. Okay. So that box of accessories, which you know is not essential for my car,
yep.
Was 9.9. The OEM lead acid battery was 11 kilos. The aircon system that I run, which is lighter than your standard OEM stuff, is 12.3. I've cocked that up. 9.9 plus 11 plus 12.3. Yep. So that's 33.2 in total. And then minus the OEM lead acid battery is 3.8 kilos on their website. The bracket, it's 4 kilos total.
Yeah.
So that bracket's like 200 grams basically.
Yeah.
So minus 4, so 29.2 kilos of weight reduction just from
removing that.
Yeah.
That's not going to make any. that obviously that's an upgrade. The battery's a massive upgrade, and this isn't really.
Yeah.
So the car gonna make
And like when I got the car corner weighted last year, with 3/4 of a tank, it weighed 1,148 kilos, which is ridiculously light for a car that's as long as big with a 2.4 litre engine in it. What else? Yeah, I genuinely just get the engine harness, try and start it. If it starts, great, and then drive it, I think.
Nice. Track days.
Yeah.
Brand's evening test.
Yeah, well, yeah, road test first.
Yeah.
And then
Straight to Brand's house.
Yeah,
Okay.
road test, and then obviously it's going to be it's going to have the cams and the valve train done, which will be that's the end of April. So basically, I drop it off on a Saturday,
Go on holiday.
go on holiday, and then come back and go pick it up, and then message Jesse and be like, got any slots? Because it's literally just over the road from Thurrock. So
Sweet.
yeah, but I could put it all back together and it not work.
Okay, fine. All right. I can't.
Sunstrip.
Yes.
Sunstrip.
That's the end of this video, but in the next video there will be a new sun strip on there.
Well, yeah. If you.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Well, you need to. Yeah, get on that. New sunstrip.
Yep.
And new
carbon soles.
Because these are a bit broken.
Don't have to worry about damage when we put the sun strip on. But yeah, there'll be carbon sole sun strip going on this and on Megane to match the Clio, and yeah, they'll be available on carbonsoles.com if you want to join the gang. But anyway, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.